lesson 4 is a continuation of word problems, and they get a little bit more in depth, and you might not always be able to come up with an equation easily to be able to solve for it. So again, patience, and if you're unable to come up with an equation, you can try to find the answer by trial and error. You just plug in different things. It's often called brute force. For example, in question 3, it says, John is now 3 times as old as his brother Sam. In 5 years, John will be twice as old as Sam will be then. Find their present ages. So if you're having a hard time coming up with the equation to figure that out, you will just grab a number. Say, John is 6. I'm going to say John is 6, right? This is a guess. This is not the answer. It's not a statement. It's just, I'm going to guess that John is 6 years old. And so at present time, since John is 3 times as old as his brother Sam, that would make Sam 2, right? Because 2 times 3, 3 times is 6. Now in 5 years, John will be twice as old as Sam will be then. So then we'll add 5 to both of them, right? Because 5 years from now, John will be 11 and Sam will be 7. Now, you look at these answers and you say, is John twice as old as Sam in 5 years? The answer is no. So you know that these are not your right answers. So then you would go back to the drawing board. Now I'll say, hey, let's say John's 8 and Sam is 3. Or sorry. I'll say John is 9, sorry, and Sam is 3. Because 3 times 3 is 9. In 5 years, John will be 14 and Sam will be 8. Again, that's not true. So, this is what I mean by brute force. You just sort of keep trial and error until you find the conditions that satisfy both currently that John is 3 times Sam's age, but in 5 years, John will be twice Sam's age. So this method can take a little bit of time, but sometimes it's still less time than trying to come up with the equation that would satisfy finding the correct answer. It's up to you what you find easier to do, and each question, that answer might be different for you. But this is an option with almost all word problems that don't have an infinite number of choices, is to just keep plugging away. Just keep plugging until you find something that works, and then that, as long as it satisfies all the given requirements, then that's your answer. You don't have to come up with an equation. The theory is that it might be easier to find the equation, but I have found that sometimes that's just not true.